You're watching a Sony Vegas compilation. What's happening, guys? My name is Alex and welcome back to a brand new Sony Vegas tutorial. And in this video, guys, I'm going to show you guys how to create an awesome intro. Now, I can already hear you guys like, Alex, what do you mean with an awesome intro? Because there are like a million ways to create an intro. But I'm going to show you guys a really simple one with like an explosion, your name, and some music kicking in. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that right now in this video. Make sure to smash the like button down below already. And I would say, let's get started. Okay, so as you can see, we are on Vegas 14 as always. And the first thing that you guys need to do is you want to download a few things. I'm going to show you guys what you guys need to download. So basically I'm going to open up this folder. This is what you're going to need, and you're going to disregard the thumbnail, but the thing you need is an explosion with on a green screen, a song with a nice copyright free song with like a nice drop, for example NCS, and a sound effect explosion. So what we're going to do is we're going to make our name zoom in, and when my name is fully zoomed, we're going to make an explosion as a music kicking in. It's going to be really awesome. So I would say let's go ahead and start off with dragging everything into the project. Okay, so as you can see, we have our explosion right here. So the next thing I'm going to do is we're going to also drag in our song by NCS. It is The Edge, as you can see right here, our boom sound effect. So now now that we have everything right here, the only thing we're going to just move those aside for a second, and we're going to make our name zoom in really fast, and then boom, when my name is like fully zoomed, we're going to make some explosions. So the first thing you need to do is we're going to go over to media generators, and you're going to pick titles and text. So we're going to place this guy onto the timeline, and we're going to just write our name. It's really simple. So I'm just going to type in JustAlexHalford in my case. I'm going to do it like this, boom, and as you can see it's a little bit too big, so I'm going to make this, I would say 30 looks great. Then we're going to pick a nice different font, of course, because this one looks like a little bit standard. So we're going to go ahead and find a nice like fancy artsy fartsy font. I think this one looks pretty nice, so we're going to X this out, and right here we have our name, but we need to make this zoom. So it's going to be really simple. The only thing you need to do is you want to over to this little icon, this event pen crop one, and the first thing you want to do is when you open up this box, first thing you want to do is you just want to zoom out as much as you can by dragging this bigger, so it looks really tiny. So now that we have zoomed like out as much as we can, we're going to place a keyframe, and you can do that just by clicking somewhere on the brighter bar, not this one but this one, and let's say I'm going to place the keyframe right here, and then we're going to go ahead and zoom in to the original size or just restore box. Now that we made a movement from small to big, so this is what the movements looks like. As you can see, it's zooming in really slow, but you can also make it faster by just going back and just drag this keyframe you made closer to the beginning. So let's see what it looks like right now. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to make this explosion like explode when my name appears like boom on screen. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a new video track, right click, insert video track. I'm going to drag this explosion over our text file, and I can already hear guys like, dude, why is it green and not only the explosion? Well, you want to use a chroma key. Actually, the chroma key that I use as well, you know, for my green screens, it works the same. So we go over to video effects, obviously. You want to pick a chroma key, this one, drag it on top of there, and then you want to pick the same color, but there's no way you're going to go ahead and like start matching those colors. No, you just want to pick this little pencil, click once on the green, and boom, we have our explosion right there. Only it has a little bit too greenish, you know, like over it. So I'm going to just, you know, play with the low threshold for a second until it looks great, until it looks good. So let's see how it looks right now. As you can see, it appears a little bit too early, so I'm going to drag this one to the right and let's match it. Boom.
2 hours later.
So I timed it a little bit, and this is basically how good it looks. Let's see. Boom. But what you also can do is you can cut a little bit away, like shorten the explosion until you see like this one. Boom. So let's just go ahead and match those two. When it's zoomed in, boom, the explosion is there. The next thing that we're going to do is you can also make it a little bit bigger, guys. I want to mention that. You're going to go over to this track motion icon on the track of your explosion, and you just going to go ahead and start dragging this a little bit bigger. Right here, that looks pretty good. And you can also add a little bit brightness and contrast to it. So video effects, brightness and contrast, drag this one on top of your your explosion, and you can just go ahead and mess around with the contrast, just spice it up a little bit. It looks pretty good actually. So this is basically how it looks so far. Boom, we have my name. And then the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to match the music on there. So I'm going to turn on my headset because there's audio. Let's go ahead and pick the track, and let's see where the drop is of the music. So I'm going to cut away until it drops. Let's see. Maybe a little bit loud. Let me lower it a bit. Okay, here comes a drop. Okay, so we're gonna cut away this part, press on S, delete this one, and I'm gonna match this with my name. So let's see how it looks. A little bit too late. So we're gonna cut away right there. So this is our intro, and I think 8 seconds for intro is like the perfect length. So I'm gonna just drag my text a little bit to the end, and let's say I'm gonna just make my text fade out. I'm gonna do it like this. You can leave this explosion how it is, and then also we're gonna add this explosion sound effect, this one. Just, you know, appear also on the same moments that that explosion is kicking in. So let's see what it sounds like. Let's match those. That's pretty good actually, guys. So obviously you can add in like different backgrounds when the music kicks in. You can add like a background. You know, for me in my case, this is just like a black background. Let's see if I can find something else. Like let's say I'm gonna pick a gradient. I'm gonna just drag this one right here, and let me place this one. So you can add in like a background, like a light leak, particles, a vignette, colors, anything. That is how awesome it is. So that's how you make a cool intro. And obviously I know there are so many different ways to create other cool intros, I know, but make sure to stay tuned, because in 2 days I'll be dropping a video how to make a cool outro. So make sure to stay tuned for that. So that's it for this Sony Vegas tutorial, guys. Well, just for this Vegas 14 tutorial. Thank you guys for liking, thank you guys for subscribing, and I will see you guys tomorrow for one Audacity tutorial tomorrow, and also on Friday a new Vegas Pro tutorial. Thank you guys for watching. That was freaking amazing. So I will see you guys on Friday. What's happening, guys? My name is Alex, and welcome back to a brand new Sony Vegas tutorial. And in this video I'm going to show you guys how to create an awesome outro. So last Wednesday I uploaded a video like how to create an awesome intro. Now that video got received like so well. It got like almost 1,000 views in an hour. In this video I'm going to show you guys how to create an awesome outro. So it's going to be really simple, and I would say let's get started. Okay guys, so the first thing is, like, you're gonna think, what is going to be a cool outro? Well, basically nobody uses annotations anymore because YouTube recently rolled out like the whole end card screen. So we're gonna make a really simple outro with like a background and just some text, because we're gonna add in like the subscribe and the next video on YouTube itself. You don't need to do that anymore in Sony Vegas. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to open up the folder that has everything in it that we need. So I'm going to open up the folder right here. So just like last time, just disregard the thumbnail. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to add in the background, and obviously I just picked like a random gray like texture, so you guys can pick anything you like. I'm just going to use a gray texture for this, but as you can see right now I dragged in the picture, but it has like 2 black bars. We don't want that, so I'm going to right click on the text, properties, maintain aspect ratio, uncheck that one, boom, and there we go. Now the black bars are gone. This is going to be the surface that we're going to work on. So basically now that we have our background, the only thing we're going to do is we're going to click on media generators. I'm going to go over to titles and texts, and I'm going to drag that guy on top of there, and I'm going to just type in "thank you for watching." That's actually a pretty obvious sentence to have an outro. So I'm going to pick "thank you for watching," but as you can see, when I type, it's going to be out of the screen because it's way too big. So I'm just going to select everything. Let's go and let's make this one 30. It's still too big. Let's pick 25. A little bit too big. Let's pick 23. That's perfect. So now we're going to go over and I'm going to place this guy, I would say, right here, and let's make sure it's centered. So just make sure that this guy is on 50 because that's centered. So now let's just pick a different font. And let's see what kind of like fancy font we're going to find here. So I'm just going to pick a nice font. I would say this one looks pretty cool. Then we're going to add in a little bit of outline just for effect. I'm just going to click on outline width, and as you can see it's getting really thick, but we just want to go ahead and pick black. Obviously you can pick any color you like. Now I'm going to just pick black because that, in my case, that looks best for me. I'm going to make this, the outline a little bit thicker. There we go. And let's also add some shadows. Just click on shadow, just check this box, boom, boom, and we have some awesome shadows. So as you can see right now we have "thank you for watching," but I think that shadow is a little bit too much. So I'm going to just drag those markers a little bit back. So let's make those from 200 to 50. That's looking really good. So as you can see right now, we're going to close this out, and now we have like a part of our outro. So the next thing that we're going to do is I'm going to add in like a black bar. I'm going to add that one underneath the text. That's just a little small effect, like a detail. I'm going to go over and I'm just going to drag in a black bar, just a black image of a bar. Okay, so as you can see, we have the black bar right here, but we're gonna make that guy under the text. So I'm gonna make a new video track, and we're gonna place this text on top of there, and the black bar underneath right here. So as you can see, the black bar is actually not in the right position, so I'm gonna place this guy in the right position. So I'm gonna click on track motion, and I'm just going to mess around with this box until it looks good. So it has to cover the entire text, so I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger. Make sure that this one is like in the middle. So that is looking pretty good, guys, but we're gonna make it like a little more detailed, and we're gonna, so that we can see through the black bar. So I'm gonna just X this out. I'm gonna stand with my mouse at the top, and I'm going to mess around with the opacity. As you can see right here, we have like a black bar right now. This is too much. This is like this is not enough. So we're gonna mess around until we are happy with it. So I think this is a little bit too much, but I would say let's make this bar like this, you know, that you can look through it. So that looks pretty good, guys. So the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add in some music. So I'm gonna drag in a nice non-copyrighted song in here, which is called The Edge by No Copyright Sounds. I'm gonna drag that guy in, and I'm just going to start where the drop begins. So I'm gonna, let's see, I'm gonna turn on my headset because there's audio, and let's go ahead and let's see where the audio is. I'm gonna mask that onto the outro. Oh, so let's go ahead and cut from where we should start, and let's place it to the beginning. Let's place the volume down a little bit, and let's see how it sounds right now. And when I hear that, I'm gonna go to the very end of the track, and I'm going to pick the last this one. So I'm gonna cut away, and now I'm going to place that guy at the very end of this outro. So it sounds that it's going to like have like a and then it's done. So let's go ahead and cut until where it fits. That's a little bit too early. So let's drag it a little bit to the right, and let's go ahead and start placing this guy where it should be. As you can see, it almost sounds good. That sounds really, really good, guys. So this is what we made so far, just by cutting the end of the song into the middle. So this is how our outro sounds right now. So that sounds really good, guys. So now that we have finished that, we're gonna just go ahead and start rendering this out. So let's just cut away everything right here. So let's see where we should end the video. So I'm gonna cut away everything to a nice steady point. Boom, I'm gonna add in a fade out as well. Fade out right here, fade out on the black bar. So now we're gonna go ahead and render this out, this outro, and then we're gonna go ahead and upload this, because when you finished out rendering this, you know, this outro, you just wanna go ahead and include this intro, this outro to the very end of every video of yours. So I'm just going to render this out, and you guys are just going to pretend that you guys made a full video with this outro. Render out this. I'm going to click on render as. I'm just going to call this just a random outro. I'm going to render out and upload this to YouTube, and I will show you guys how to apply those end screens in there. So I will see you guys when I finished rendering, finished uploading. So I'll come back to you guys in just a second. Okay, so now the outro is uploading, so let's wait a few more seconds.
A few moments later.
Okay, so now that the outro is uploaded, we're going to pretend that this is going to be the full video. So we're going to go over to end screens and annotations, and we are just going to include our element right here by clicking right here on element, and we're going to add in the subscribe button. So I'm going to go on add element, subscribe, and I'm going to place this guy like in the middle. Subscribe button right there, and then a new video, of course. So add video playlist, create, and now you can choose a most recent upload, best reviewer, or choose a video playlist. I'm just going to go on best reviewer because YouTube's going to decide which video will fit best. And then we're going to just place this guy next to the subscribe button. Then we're going to have our freaking badass outro. So let's click on save, and obviously you can only place the outro, the subscribe button, and the card at the last 20 seconds of your video. So you're just going to have to make sure to place those in the right place right here. I wish I could show it, but as you can see right now, it doesn't let me freaking play. So this is going to look like, as you can see, the subscribe button, and then obviously the video. So that's as simple as, guys. That's how you make an awesome outro in Sony Vegas and also on YouTube. So that's as simple as. Thank you guys for liking, thank you for subscribing. If you like this video, make sure to smash the like button down below, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for one new video evolving to a better YouTuber. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. What's happening, guys? My name is Alex and welcome back to a brand new Sony Vegas, Vegas 14 tutorial rather. And in this video I'm going to show you guys how to prevent crashes and freezes, because guys, I want to mention that this program rather, Vegas 14, released I would say a few months ago. Unfortunately, I have to tell you guys that this version still can crash. A lot of people are familiar with crashes from Sony Vegas Pro 13. Well, unfortunately guys, Vegas 14 can also crash, but there are a few things that you can apply so you will actually prevent crashes and freezes and everything while you're editing, while you're rendering, while you're dragging in footage. I'm gonna name a few things that you can do in order to try to prevent crash. So the first one is, actually I made a video, I think it was last year, showing you guys how to prevent crashes and freezes in Vegas 13. In today's video I'm gonna show you guys how to You see what just happened? Well guys, it's going to be the same methods that's going to be applied in Vegas 14. So basically the first thing that always happens to me when I'm editing, so right here on Sony Vegas, let's say I have like a really busy timeline, I've been editing a video that's like 10 minutes long or 60 FPS, the whole 9 yards, and let's say I want to drag in the next clip of my camera. Basically what happens is when I go over to the folder, I drag something in, this can happen. The screen will turn white, there is like an icon that will load, and your Vegas project crashed. And you can press Ctrl S as many times as you like to try to save your project. If it didn't happen, it is too late. So basically the really awesome thing is when it crashes, when you close it down, when you restart it, usually it will, you know, ask, do you want to load in the autosave project? So 9 out of 10 you didn't lose like your entire project, but I would say maybe 30% to even more. The first thing is, when you want to drag in footage into your timeline, do not go ahead and drag in the 60 FPS file directly into your timeline. I would recommend just go to a file at the top, import this guy, import. Then you want to click on media, and then you want to go straight over to the folder where the actual file is. So let's say I'm going to add in this is just a random picture. As you can see right here, it just is a warning, and then it appears in your project media, as you can see right here, your section, and then you want to drag it, boom, from there into your timeline, and you probably 9 out of 10 you are saved. So that's one thing to prevent crashes. The next thing is when you are rendering or editing a video, not like specifically like dragging in footage, but just editing. Like let's say you're editing very fast and you press Ctrl S here and there to save your project and it crashes. You can go ahead and prevent that by just going over to options, preferences, and you want to pick the video tab. And right here it is actually a pretty big menu, but the only thing you need to pay attention to is GPU acceleration of video processing, and you want to change this one from advanced micro devices, etc. You want to place this guy to off. Then you want to click on apply, and then when you click on apply, it says for one or more of these changes to take effect, the application must be shut down and restarted. So when you click on OK, you want to just press on OK right here as well. Then you want to going to go over and restart your Vegas. That's what I'm going to do right now. So I'm going to close out of Vegas, and when we booted up Vegas Pro, as you can see right here, you can just go ahead and start straight with your editing, and it shouldn't crash that much anymore. And basically the last tip is always use the command Control S. People are also like using their fingers on S and space to, you know, to play the video, and to press S is also cutting. So why don't you just go ahead and hold your pinky also on Control, and then you can just go ahead and press Control S and etc. and then it will save your project, as you can see right here. So just go while you're editing, press Control S so it will be saved, and that's as simple as, guys. So that's how you save your project. That's how you avoid crashes and freezes from in Vegas 14. Is that simple. Unfortunately, it can still crash like most programs. So that's it for the video, guys. Thank you guys for liking, thank you for subscribing, and I will see you guys tomorrow for one new Audacity tutorial and also one new Vegas 14 tutorial on Friday. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. What's happening, guys? My name is Alex and welcome back to a brand new Sony Vegas tutorial, and in this video I'm going to show you guys how to add in music and sound effects. So let's say that you have a video and you want to spice it up a little by adding some music, or you want to switch to another cut like with a sound effect underneath it. I'm going to show you guys how to do that right now in this video. So I would say make sure to smash the like button down below already, and I would say let's get started. So as you can see right now, we are in Sony Vegas as always, and this is basically one of my outros. If I play it back, as you can see right now, it is just basically a very old outro of mine. I think I would say like at least 6 months old. And I'm going to show you guys how to add some music and sound effect underneath this. So as you can see, it looks very weird and, you know, static with only like visual that you have something right there. So I'm gonna add in a little bit of music. So I'm gonna open up a folder right here where I have all my music stored, which is this one. As you can see, right, I'll open it up for you guys. This is basically my folder with all my music. Obviously, it's all no copyright sounds because that's basically the best source for copyright-free music. So I'm gonna just drag in a random song right here. Boom. I'm gonna lower the music a little and let's listen what it sounds like right now.
So I said, no, it was supposed to be my pentacle. Why did you die to me? I killed alone, 1, 2, 3 for champions. I can't believe you're trolling.
Okay, so that's our song. So let's say that we are going to cut away right here. Okay, so I'm gonna cut away right here. I'm gonna pick the drop and I place that under my outro. So let's see what it sounds like. So that's our outro. So basically, that's basically how to add in music. It's really simple. You just want to drag it into your timeline. And if you're afraid of, I know you guys have seen the video. If you guys are afraid to drag in things into your timeline because it might crash, you can also just go ahead and go up to File. Right here, you want to pick import, click on media, and import it that way. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to add in a sound effect. Now, I already have a sound effect folder also open right here. I did my preparation. So this is my folder, as you can see, also my sound effects folder. And if you guys want to go ahead and download this folder with all sound effects you can imagine, whoosh transitions, stopping, sensor beeps, everything you can imagine, even like farts, this kind of like that one. You can go ahead and check in the description. I have a download link so you can go ahead and download it for free. But as you can see right now, when I scroll at the bottom, I have whoosh transitions number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to pick the second one. That's my favorite. So I'm going to drag it also into Vegas. And you're all thinking like, dude, Vegas can crash. Why are you dragging in? Well, guys, if you're dragging like a sound effect like this, it is not big of a deal. If you're going to drag in a 4K 60 FPS 1080p video file, that can cause a little bit like stress on Vegas and it can crash. But for like those really small things like a song or sound effect, you should be fine. So basically, what we're going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and cut from right here to right here. So I'm gonna place those guys over each other. As you can see, it creates a crossfade, like those two lines. Then I'm going to match this sound effect on there, and let's see how it looks. I'm going to lower the music a little bit, and let's match the transition with the sound effect.
A few moments later.
That's how you add in sound effects. Of course, you can do it like with different transitions like crossfades. So that's a really simple method to add in sound effects and spice up your video. And I already can hear you guys like, dude, you're uploading videos that you did in the past because you're running out of ideas. No, people have been requesting this, like how do you add music in there, how to make an awesome montage, how to add sound effects. So this video is not like the same as I did like I think last year almost, like in Sony Vegas 13 how to do this, because people have been requesting those things. So I'm making videos, so I'm not actually running out of ideas because I have like almost 150 videos all about this entire program. So I'm not running out of ideas at all. I'm just listening to subscribers and see what they ask. So that's what I do. So that's for the video, guys. That's how simple it is. Thank you guys for liking. Thank you guys for subscribing. And we are only a few hundred away from 70,000 subscribers. It's crazy, guys. Thank you for the support. Thank you guys for the opportunity. I'll see you guys tomorrow for a new Evolving into Better YouTube episode, as always on Thursday. Always on Saturday rather. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow. What's up guys, my name is Alex and welcome back to a brand new Sony Vegas tutorial. And in this tutorial I'm going to show you guys how to use color correction and color grading in Vegas 14. So as you can see right here, I have a clip of mine. This is just my Raymond Digital intro that I use always in Sony Vegas, as you can see also in this video. And I'm going to show you guys like how to color grade some videos. So right here, as you can see, I have like a very it looks like a very empty coloring clip of mine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply some color correction to it. So basically, first thing to start off is you want to mention like what kind of color correction do you want to use, because there are so many different ways you can apply this and there are so many different presets as well. So what you want to do is you want to go over to straight to video effects. You want to go over and pick color corrector, and as you can see right here, we have a lot of presets already made for you. So what we're going to do is we are going to say, or we're going to use a preset, or we're going to do it ourselves. But we're going to do it ourselves today. So I'm going to just pick the color corrector of this one. I'm going to drag that one on top of the clip, and as you can see right now, those 3 panels are showing up. Actually, I'll place them like right there, and this is going to be the panel that you're going to work in. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to say, what kind of direction are we going in? Are we going to go add a little more blue? We're going to add a little bit more, because as you guys can see right here, we have 16.8 million colors to choose from. And as you can see, when I drag the first guy into the blue, it is going to apply some blue effects on there. That's pretty obvious, but I'll show you guys what happens when you apply some blue on the second panel. So those are the midtones. So if I play this guy to the blue, it is going to change the entire kind of scene, you know. But if I place this guy back to its normal position, and if I play the, you know, if I place the third guy, as you can see, it's going to add a little more like cold blue, like midtones to it. But what would say, like, if we would, like, obviously we all know the colors, so we are aware that like blue is cold, like red, and orange is kind of like warmish kind of thing. So let's say we're gonna add in a little bit more orange to this. So I'm going to just go ahead, and you know, you don't have to go like all the way like that, because it's just going to be way too much. We really want to just start ahead and moving around until like in the panel until you're happy with it. So I would say, to spice it up a little bit more, I would say we're going to add in some green as well. So I'm going to place some green on there like this. That looks pretty great actually. Moving on to the midtones, is we're going to add some more blue to it.
A few moments later.
So let's say I'm going to place this guy a little bit more to the bluish kind of scene.
So much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting and they had to hire a new one.
And then we have some markers at the bottom. So we're gonna, like, as you can see, if I bring up the saturation, that's going to, like, this is obviously it's going to make it black and white, but this is going to be like the strength of the color. So I would say this one looks a little bit like too low, so I'm gonna bring it up actually like this. That looks pretty nice. And then the gamma, nothing too special about that, because we don't want to like make it too bright. So let's go ahead and place it like this. Let's go over and to the gain. Let's see if we need to do anything about that. I would say a bit around this. And the offset is not something you want to mess around with too much, because it's going to make it way dark. It's going to make it too bright. It's going to be completely white if you place it too much. So I would say keep it around this. And as you can see, there's a pretty big difference if I uncheck this. So we came from this very cold-ish kind of clip to a very warm and nice difference. So that's how you apply color correction to it, guys. It is really simple. So that's it for the video, guys. Thank you so much. I'm always ready. Thank you guys for liking, thank you guys for subscribing, and I will see you guys tomorrow for a new evolving into a better YouTuber, when I'm going to show you guys how to get 1,000 subscribers within 1 week without any botting of that stupid stuff. So make sure to stay tuned for that. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys tomorrow.
JustAlexHalford.